get it right. If you could just say and spell both your first and last name for me.
First name is Bryan, B-R-Y-A-N. Last name is Kilby, K-I-L-B-E-Y.
And your official title?
I'd be President and CEO.
Of?
Professional Products Incorporated. The trade name or the brand that most people around the world know us as is Easy Wrap.
Okay, and you all are in DeFuniak Springs?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Tell me a little bit briefly what would be your normal at this time before coronavirus?
We deal in orthopedic and sports medicine, pre-operative, post-operative. We do a lot of stuff in the operating rooms as well. This company was incorporated in 1963 and has been a medical device manufacturer since then, FDA registered. And so we do a lot. We have over 18,000 products we offer for sale. They're entirely produced here in the United States. So we have 3 manufacturing facilities. We went vertical back in the early 80s, and vertical meaning that we have our own knitting and weaving plant. We have our own injection molding division, foam fabrication, metal stamping, cryotherapy ice production, and then we have final assemblies here, and we have distribution around the world as well. So we're kind of a big little company.
You mentioned all the thousands of products you all create. Can you name some that maybe people would be familiar with?
Oh, a lot of sports medicine and functional bracing products, post-operative cryotherapies, knee immobilizers, some complex wrist and forearm splints. I think we have currently about 27 patents. We filed 12 actually in the last 13 months. So we've got a lot going on.
And about how many employees do you have at your specific location and then maybe across the U.S.?
We're probably right at about 140 to 160 employees.
Okay. And that's at your location or
across? In the 3 facilities here in Northwest Florida.
Okay. Okay, well tell me a little bit about this week. I mean, I'm sure before this week you started to realize where this was going, but tell me how the whole coronavirus outbreak has started to impact your company and where it is now.
Well, because of our relationships in Europe, it's actually been a crystal ball. So they've been about 2 weeks in front of us. So we realized that it truly was going to be a pandemic in the U.S. as well. This is just getting started. And the opportunity for us to be part of the solution in healthcare, they don't have the supplies they need. So we as the corporation sat down, frankly, on Thursday morning early. We called in staff early, and we decided to divert almost 60% of our production over into the production of a mask. What's unique about that is that we have a patented antimicrobial product that it permanently bonds to the surface of both fabrics and hard surfaces. So anything we could produce, if we could treat it, it would make the first reusable antimicrobial mask. So we put our design team to work. We made about 21 prototypes. Did that in 24 hours. Came up with a final design, made hand prototypes and send those out to some working people to test around the country, including a U.S. congressman. And they all came back and said this is just exactly what it needs to be. It's kind of unique in that it's fully adjustable. So we've been on with our patent counsel. They've seen it today. When you get counsel on Sunday coming in to talk to you, they understand the importance of it. So we're going to be able to protect that in a good way. So that was all handled, and so now we're trying to gear up for production. We had our tooling ordered last week. We're actually air freighting it in from North Carolina tomorrow. We'll pick it up at air cargo somewhere, either whichever we can get in first, either Panama City, Fort Walton, or Pensacola. And we will start a 24/365 shift operation, which we've never done, Monday afternoon.
And so you mentioned a percentage. So is this 100% of your production is now going to go toward making these masks, or?
Approximately 60%.
Okay.
but that'll roll into more like 80 or 90 as we can staff up and get the proper equipment converted. It takes a couple of special machines. We've got some great master mechanics that will be converting equipment. They're in here now on a Sunday converting equipment. And so as we can convert equipment, then we'll convert a little bit more. We still have day-to-day needs. We ship a lot of product around the world next day air for surgical procedures. So we still have to maintain our core business and our core customers. But because elective surgeries are drastically falling off, that gave us some available opportunity on the workforce to be able to convert them into a really something important for the country.
Mm-hmm. So what kind of numbers are we talking about here when we say 60 or even to 90% to mask? What's the projection for weekly or monthly? How many masks would you say you all will produce?
We think by the end of the week, probably in the middle of next week, we'll be at 50,000 masks a day.
And where all will you be shipping these to?
Our first and our most important is we've made this a safe haven. Your house needs to be a safe haven. This facility needs to be a safe haven. So last week we completely disinfected the entire plant, and we have actually treated it with the same antimicrobial. And we've had training sessions with all of our staff. They will not be allowed to enter the building unless they have been scanned. No more vendors can walk in. We've really locked down the place. So the first mask will go to our people and to their families and anything that would affect their extended group. So we don't need their families having an issue because they weren't protected by this mask, and therefore their family gets infected. Then we lose an opportunity for an employee to be productive. So we're trying to be proactive in their situation. Next will be our local hospital. We'll be giving these away. We're going to give them all to the city council and all of our first responders here in DeFuniak Springs. And then there'll be some core groups, probably my sales force, and their families will be next. And we'll follow up with starting to send those directly then to healthcare professionals. They know when we are ready to go online that there'll be an influx of demand. So we want to gear up and not be too far behind the power curve with it.
Mm-hmm. So I'm sure you mentioned you're giving some of these away to the essential people in your community. But beyond that, this isn't really, many would think, a lot of people are getting very creative. Restaurants now going directly to takeout to keep their employees employed and, keep them financially above water. So this seems like that's a great opportunity for you guys too, to keep your employees there.
It's absolutely important, but there are nurses and doctors today operating in rooms and have no mask. I'm in the healthcare industry, and that's not good. If I can get them a reusable mask that they can hand wash, get a couple of them where they can rotate them every day, then we can at least let them function and be safe. So we're interested in making sure that if it becomes an out of control problem where it overwhelms the healthcare system, at least we're part of that solution. And then we'll start to break out to the retails and other people. We're not going to turn anybody away, but we really want the key healthcare industry to be able to respond, to be able to be there for us, all of us.
Just to be clear, then you are giving these away to people in the healthcare industry at this point?
We're giving them to some key people just to get started, okay. But we're gearing up. We're gearing up to produce, to fulfill the actual need. There's a lot of product that is not effective that they're using already. So we're just here to be part of the solution. So we're going to get this healthcare industry as best we can supported.
Is there anything else that I missed? Or is there a picture of the masks that you all are now going to be shipping? Is there one we can find either on your website or one you can send us directly to an email?
I think there is. I've not handled that part of it. We've got our own graphics people and a team that's been doing that, getting some stuff on the web. as well as creating some brochures and getting that as well. So so the brand name is easywrap.com. They can go there, and I'm sure there's some good information there as well.
Okay, or Dean, maybe if I give him a call.
Sure.
Okay. Well, is there anything else I missed, or you want to make sure people know, or you want to mention?
No, we feel the opportunity is here to be helpful. You know, in France and in other countries, the government just literally takes over the factory. Where in this country, they have a lot of capacity and entrepreneurship that the government's all about, guys, we need your help. What do we need to get you to give you to respond? And so we can, as a country, are so much stronger that we're able to really be flexible and turn and burn. We're entirely US-based manufacturing using entirely US-based materials. I spent the last 3 days negotiating with the governorship in New York to make sure my key supplier can keep us running, because they were shutting down all of what they were considering non-essential businesses. As soon as those materials can't come to me, I can't do what I'm doing. So there's a lot of plates that are spinning right now, and we're trying to ensure consistent sources for everything, and we can run.
You mentioned you hadn't slept since yesterday. I mean, do you see any sleep ahead for you anytime soon?
Yes, ma'am. I think we've got the teams in. The team came in voluntarily all weekend, strolling in and out. They're a very tight group here, been with me a long, long time. They get it, and they're on it. And so I think we've got it to the point where I can step out a little bit until tomorrow morning and maybe get a little bit of sleep tonight. So I'm hopeful.
All right, Brian, thank you so much for your time. As I mentioned, and you mentioned, you're very busy, and I'll let you get back to wrapping things up there so you can go home and get some sleep.
Well, I hope this was helpful.
It was very much. If we have any more questions, we'll give Dean a call.
That'll be great.
All right, thanks, Brian.
Thank you, Carolyn. Bye-bye.
Bye.